The goal with this guide is to give a comprehensive tips and tricks for any new player that'd be joining in, or a veteran that might, just be curious to see if they know it all. They're little easy ones that don't take any additional skill to do or minimal skill to do, but can massively improve your playing experience or your PvP skills. All right. So with this one right here, your first sprint, you see how the XP or the above your XP here, you have the blue arrow up. That means you're in the bonus XP category, right? Your first few actions will be in that bonus XP category, and you'll get a bunch of bonus XP on that first attempt. You have a diminishing return in the game, and so the more times you do an action, the less XP you're going to be getting for it, right? Your first stamina bar usage, this guy on the bottom left, gives bonus XP. And so whenever you're training strength or endurance, to train endurance, you're going to want this in the gray. To train strength, you're going to want it in the yellow or green. A lot of people say this is green. I don't know. It's gray on my screen, but either way, you'll see the color difference. I would recommend starting out with it in the gray. Try and get your kit just underweight. And then as you're running around the first 5 minutes, you'll level up endurance. And then when you pick some items up, you'll hit that yellow weight limit, and you'll start leveling strength at that point. That way you can keep your endurance and strength. This is my scav, so ignore this. I kind of just mess around on it. But you'll level endurance and strength at the same time, rather than just power leveling strength or completely ignoring one or the other. That's the ideal way to go about it. But either way, when you are leveling it, the very first sprint gives bonus XP. And so don't crouch and uncrouch. Just make sure it's a very long sprint. And so if you want to level strength, make sure it's in the yellow. If you want to level endurance, make sure it's in the gray. And then your first sprint, just make sure it's a really long one. Sprint it all the way out. Don't hit any bushes. Don't hit any barriers or barricades that would stop your sprint. Because as soon as you're done with that sprint, boom, you lose your bonus XP. You can pop stims to extend the sprint and get more bonus XP. It was patched at one point. I don't think it's patched anymore. I'm pretty sure you still get that bonus for the stamina, or when you do use the stim, the extra bonus stam you'd get. I think you still get bonus XP on that. But like that first sprint gave us two points. You get 6 points basically in one round. Your first sprint, you can net a third of it. A third of your stamina XP gain, you can be done in your first sprint every round. And that way you'll level up a lot faster, because it's slow, but it adds up majorly. But yeah, I think it's around 6 to 7 points that you'll hit before you hit the diminishing return. Like we no longer have the blue arrow up. Then if you wait, I believe it's 5 minutes, it might be 3 to 5 minutes, and don't gain any XP on the skill you're leveling, it'll be reset to this neutral zone where there's nothing. If you do the action a bunch, you'll get the red down arrow. If you do the action a ton, you'll have the red down arrow, and you'll be gaining basically like 0.000001 XP per action, which is nothing. So we're in the neutral right now, but if we were to wait, if we run around a lot more, we'll end up getting down into the red arrow. And then if we were to wait 5 minutes, we'd be back into the neutral, and we could gain XP again. Another tip, since I just healed right there, it would have been better to just heal with the grizzly. I think I'm already high enough level. I don't remember what it levels up. It's either your health or vitality. I think it's health. But either way, if I would have healed with my grizzly there in my stash, it would have saved me a little bit of money, and it would have been better for my skill gain. Better than healing through therapist. I heal through therapist because it saves clicks. I don't have to pull up the grizzly and then heal through that at all. But if you're wanting to level up, if you're a lower level, it's nice, right? Especially if you're trying to get to that level 10 health, and you'll get overall XP, I think, up here. But yeah, I do think healing through the grizzly is going to be better as well. Healing with a repair kit weapon repair kit or an armor repair kit is a must. As soon as you can, do it. As soon as you can, do it. Every single time, do it. There's zero reason not to. Do it every single time. Every single time. Because not only is it better financially, like buying a repair kit, you can fix it in the hideout for one. And two, once you get one, you're done. You're golden. Two, it will level up your heavy vest and light vest and weapon maintenance skills. These are very, 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 very strong. Very, very strong. So with the heavy vest skill, as you level it up, you can get enhancements on the skill. It'll basically make it a little bit more tanky. With the heavy vest, and it goes off your plates, I believe, rather than the plate carrier. But with the heavy vest, as you level it up, you can enhance it, and as you level up, you'll get a better chance to enhance it. But when it is enhanced, it reduces incoming damage And then it'll be reduced by 2% from levels 3 to question mark. From question mark to question mark, it'll be 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%, all the way down, and then up to 20%. So you'll have a 20% bonus damage reduction. That's fucking huge, right? And that's on the rare. That's the rare one, but it's still pretty common. Like it's not uncommon by any means. It is the strongest thing. It's kind of expensive to get to this point, but leveling it up regardless is going to be worth it. There's 0 point not to use your armor repair kits the second you can, because you'll be leveling this skill and your other light vest skill if you repair the other armors. But another one that here is at elite level, you'll have a chance to not apply wear anywhere during repair. So whenever you repair it, it'll make like ceramics better, because half the time that you repair it, it won't take away any of the overall durability on it. So your armors will last a whole lot longer. And then the chance to deflect a bullet from heavy armor, which is insane. The chance to deflect a bullet, like with the helmets and stuff, it could be a level 4 helmet, but if you get hit with level 6 ammo, your level 4 helmet can block it. It'll deflect the bullet off. It has a random chance to, but it happens a lot. It's not like a super, super low chance. And then you add that to your level 6 armor with a 20% reduction with the chance to deflect a bullet. Dude, it's insane. And then on top of that, as you level it up, it'll just reduce the chance of wear, but the reduces movement speed penalty. So you're minus 25% at elite level. So the penalty for movement, which on a lot of the heavy vests can be kind of large, is now a quarter less at elite. So it opens up different armors that you can rock that you'll be way tankier with. Overall, very, very, very good skill. But basically you just need to repair heavy armor types. So armor, steel, ceramic, combined materials, and titan material. And so that's the plates. And then with the body armor repair kit. Damn. So the really good ones, the ultra high, they're the light armors, which go figure, right? It's kind of in the name. That's that skill. Very, 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 very strong. Very strong. Light armor is similar. Light vest is body parts covered by light armor are immune to bleeding. And then it's the rest of it's the same. But instead of the damage reduction, it's your light armors or your body parts covered by light armor are immune to bleeding, which could be pretty strong in of itself. But yeah, always rock a repair kit. And then I would repair or heal through the Grizzly if you want bonus XP as well. Oh, also with the repair kits and then leveling up your heavy armor skill and light armor skill, you can fix them whenever they're damaged. I think it's actually in the workbench. Yeah, that's right. But you need your repair kit. It could be zeroed out, and then fabric or ripstop, Cordura, fleece, which you can craft all these for super cheap. They're also just cheap to buy. And then a sewing kit, also cheap to buy. But you can go from 0 to full and continuously repair your armors. You can always have them full, and you can be leveling it up big time. So like leveling up your repair skill isn't that bad. It really isn't. If you want to spend the time to go and buy items from Fence that are broken, these armors here, right? That's pretty tore up. That's pretty tore up, right? That one's full. Tore up. You buy these armors from Fence and then you repair them, and you can go sell them to Ragman, or you can do it off the flea as well. It's not the worst. And then you can go and fix your repair kit. It's an easy way to level that up. It takes time, but if you're sitting there on, break or something, no problem. Why not? Why would you not? I want to see if there's a audio on un-ADSing whenever you blind fire, like to left or overhead, and then right versus left hand peek, just so I can get an updated visual. This will do actually. Here, real quick. Do you hear me on ADS? Oh, one second.
Yeah. Yes.
Keeps on our ADS right after. Let's see.
I hear you now.
Do you hear this?
Yep. I hear that too.
Did you hear that?
Can you do it again?
You didn't hear that?
No, can you do it once more? I heard that. I heard when you moved your hands initially, but after that, no.
Do you
hear? I think it's
okay.
The gun clicking. Yeah.
It's your gun going up. Okay, that right there makes noise. And now how about that? Yeah?
Just a slight hand movement. No gun noise.
Okay, grab that gun and then grab that gun. So one of those guns is 0 ergo and one is 55 ergo. I wanted to hear the audio difference on you aiming down sight.
Let me stand up. Okay. You hear that?
Yeah, just keep doing it. They keep doing it. Okay. Now do the MCX. Nothing. Okay. What's the ergo on your gun? Should brought mid tier 1.
46.7.
Can you kick something off to make it like 25 or 30? Or just take the grip and back off the MCX? That'd work too.
It's 30 now. I removed the
Perfect.
buttstock. Do I ADS?
Yeah. Yeah, I could hear clicking, but that was his mouse. I muted it. All right, now swap back to that other high ergo weapon. Keep ADSing. Okay. They're both. You're good. I feel like the audio on being able to when I'm ADSing, it's quieter on my end, like way quieter on my end. Very easy to hear when you're standing next to the person. Like it's loud. It seems like it's louder when I hear him ADS or an ADS. It's louder than what I'm hearing on my end when I do it. But as far as distance in how far out you would hear it, it seemed like it was like 10 to 15 feet. If you had like a 0 ergo weapon, you're hearing from pretty far out, right? I'd say like, 40 meters? I should have brought a rangefinder, but 40 meters roughly. If you have something that is like 30 ergo, it was maybe 30 meters. And then if it was higher ergo, it was like 20 meters, right? Roughly. Can he hear you the same as you hear him ADS? Yeah. Wouldn't the aim drills still be affecting it? Oh, well, you know what? I guess, yeah. Let's see. That's mag drills, aim drills. Reduces aiming sound by 34%. What level is your, where is it?
Aim drills.
Your aim drills, yeah.
Level 8.
And it reduces it by 8%, I'm guessing, yeah. How loud is this?
Pretty. I'm wearing Comptac 5, so maybe that could also be playing
all right, you want to go over there and then walk at me until you stop whenever you hear me?
This is good. I can hear you here. That's pretty far.
Damn.
So where I can hear you clearly.
Damn, okay. And so the 30 would be somewhere in between those two. That's a pretty big difference. That's
Like
a pretty big
almost
difference.
half.
Yeah. So high ergo, I mean, compared to a low ergo weapon, I think, and there's not any way to un-ADS with being quiet. The overhead doesn't work anymore. Like it kind of does, I guess, but you would hear the. Now here's the thing: how loud would that be if I'm doing this? You hear it?
Good. Yeah.
Now here, let me see if this. Okay, it's probably based on the ergo. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, essentially the high ergo for sure. Not only because of the ADS speed, but that audio. ADS real quick. Yeah. Okay. All right. Then there's one more thing I wanted to check. The main thing was I just wanted to see that overhead thing, but now I need to see the right versus left hand peek. If you want to come over here, lean out till you can get a headshot on me. All right, my POV into right hand peek, and then this is what would be on his end. Roughly, yeah, that's not too far off. Like that's with the left hand shoulders. That's with left hand. All right, you know, ADS. Get your stamina bar back. That wasn't too bad.
Change anything if I have wall mount?
I'm not sure. All right, stay wall mounted. That's actually a good ADS. So like that's what he sees versus what I see. So the wall mount, not the move. Wall mount is not the move. All right, now don't shoulder swap and do a left hand peek. Or here, just swap me sides, actually. All right. So then my POV versus his. Can you turn your flashlight on? I mean, the right versus left hand, definitely massive. Then if we were to keep that hold. Now this is with the shoulder swap. That's not too bad, dude. Right versus left hand peek might not be as big of a difference. The like shoulder swap, I think is important. Right versus left hand peek is still a difference. The shoulder swap though, that was a big help. Yeah, that was a big help. So right versus left hand peek still important, but shoulder if you have a shoulder swap and you get it down, that does kind of equalize it. At least it does mitigate the difference. And so I'd highly recommend getting a shoulder swap keybind down. That's easy to press as you're still doing WASD. Like you move around freely and shoulder swap anytime. That way, whenever you're going to push a fight, you got your right hand. But then you're going to go into a left hand peek, shoulder swap, right? Because that was... We saw the difference. There really wasn't a crazy amount. Now, if you were to try to quick peek it, could you get a shot there?
Yeah, I mean, I know where you are, but
yeah, no,
it's
but
comfy.
I mean,
yeah,
like it'd be easy to shoot to. Here, go back and hold that. You don't even have to hold the peek. I guess you could just like stand right on the corner and watch. So this peek right here. Zoom in and look at me. Okay, that's just me doing like a regular lean. That's just like nothing special. Just I'm clicking and holding for a second, half a second. Right, a full lean is this. That would just be a regular peek. Not bad. But then if we were to do like the actual combo of you're comboing it with keeping your inertia going, that would end up looking like so it's definitely faster if you were to, and that's just me going WASD, 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 and you do a lean peak every time. All I was doing, I'm leaned. I haven't un-ADS. I'm doing this right here. That's all I was doing. WASD. That looked the same, right? As the whole fancy, like, you know, let me move around step. Right? Did that not look the same? Yo, on the receiving end, did that look the same between those two peaks on? I wasn't talking to you, so it might have been
pretty
hard.
Close.
Pretty close, right? Like nothing.
Yeah.
Like that. That is just so easy to do. I have my head leaned to the side, and all I'm doing is WASD. And like I could pop the shot easily, and while doing that to time it. While you don't always have the ability to do a little circle, but still that was not bad. And on a left-hand peek, if you were to shoulder swap, you want to swap sides again? Now, if we were to do that, because doing a quick peek like this is kind of a little more difficult on the left-hand peek, but... Turn your flashlight on. And then this is what it looks like on the receiving end. Oh, 1 second. Like, that's not bad. That's easy. That's easy. A little bit more exposed, but works. I mean, yeah, it's a left-hand peek. Like, that is not... But that was, again, the most simple thing. That wasn't like a, let me lean, quick lean, having to do it and time it perfectly. That quite literally was just WASD. That right there. It could not be any more simple. Like, that's not that bad. That's a lot easier than trying to do the quick peeks and everything. Overall, high ergo weapon, the distance that you're going to hear someone ADS or un-ADS will be affected. And then also their mag drills or aim drills or whatever will play a role in that. But high ergo weapon, not only for ADS speed, but also for audio and the how loud and quiet you'd be un-ADS or ADS. And then also whenever you are ADS, doing the blind fire overhead does not help. Here, one quick. Let's check this. You hear me do this, yeah? No. Do you hear that?
Not at all.
Do you hear that?
No.
You heard that?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
But not that.
No.
Did you hear that?
The printer back, yeah.
And one more time. So like this.
Yes. That I heard now. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So they did add noise if you ADS or do that. Okay. But this right here, if you need to turn around, that makes no noise?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So there we go. You just keep spinning for me. Yeah, if you need to turn around and hear something, you can do a side lean and then look around. Did you hear me on ADS? Like whenever it's like you heard that shuffle right there.
Yes.
Did you hear this?
No.
No? Okay. Because I was going to say, my feet, when you did it, it looked like your feet stayed in place. Like turn around, like look at me when you do it, and then now look away and un-ADS. Or not un-ADS, but yeah, see your feet just stay. Oh, well, that right there would have done it.
Yeah, maybe the small bit.
No, your feet stayed in place. Yeah, that reset. Okay. So, I mean, if you need to look around, that's not bad. It'll keep it quiet. It'll keep it quiet. But ADSing, there is no way to un-ADS quietly. So that's where ergo and aim drills would come into place. You can't cheese on ADSing audio, but high ergo will help audio cues with that. The right versus left hand peek. Right hand peek gets a slight advantage. It's much more mitigated now. Left hand peek can still throw down. I would highly recommend getting a shoulder swap in, because that way a left hand peek with the shoulder swap does a lot better than just the left hand peek. But either way, like it seems as if they've mitigated or lowered the difference between a right hand peek and left hand peek, and then when you add in the shoulder swap, it's pretty minor. That's not bad at all. Another tip would be whenever you're going for questing, or as a new player, if you have not selected your servers, you can go back to the launcher, click the drop down menu next, like it's to the left of the play button, not in the top right, but it's to the left of the play button. Click the drop down menu and you'll be able to see your server selection, and manually select one or two servers. It'll make it a lot easier, and the queue times might be a little longer, but it will make it, the rate itself will be a little more relaxed. It's not guaranteed to be full. If you're on auto select, it's a lot more likely to be full. Lowers the cool time, makes it a lot more fun of a raid if you're looking for PvP. But if you're just looking for questing, selecting just one or two servers can be better. And then also it helps navigate which servers might have some sketchy boys running around on it or something like that. You know, if you're running the same dude once or twice, if you're trying to do nighttime, shoreline, and quest, and you're running the same dude, like, okay, maybe let me swap this server up. And if you're on auto select, that makes it a little bit more difficult. But the manually selecting 1 to 2 servers can help with questing major. If you're a new player and you're on auto select, go give that a peek. All right, next one, hipfire accuracy. This is a fun one to showcase. All right, so hipfire accuracy with your laser device, flashlight, or infrared device is massively impacted on whether or not it's turned on or not. Basically, without any device turned on, your, I'm at the bottom here, hold our breath, your hipfire accuracy goes all over the place. Right? Pretty widespread. Pretty widespread. And then if you were to compare that with having a laser device, flashlight, infrared device turned on. Crouch, ADS, hold breath. Oh. Excuse me. Sorry. My apologies. My apologies. And maybe the 100 rounder isn't the move. We'll do it with the infrared device on this time. Right? Massive difference. Having a laser device, infrared device, flashlight on whenever you go to point fire, your guy actually knows how to use the weapon. When it's not on and you go to hip fire, the chances of actually hitting your target, it's pretty random. Pretty random. It's not very accurate, right? With it on, it's pretty much within body spread compared to with it off. So, flashlight, infrared device, laser, turn it on during point fire or hip fire. It really doesn't matter which of the three, and that's why I like having the D-ball on one side. Or you could just use the WX, the tan flashlight. It has a built-in infrared, and then the other combo is the flashlight, so you can swap just between the two. Either turn your flashlight on or your infrared device on, because you want one of the two on at all times. And so I like the D-ball on one side with the flashlight on the other. And the D-ball I'll set to infrared, which will have the green light right here. That's how you know that it's on. And then this side I'll have set to flashlight. And when this one's on, this one's off. When this one's on, this one's off. And so you could basically swap between the two, but you're always going to have your hip fire accuracy. Your guy will know how to use the weapon. Oh, remove the discard key off of delete. This is some quick keybind tips. Scope zoom sensitivity right here. Turn it up to 5.0. There's zero reason to have it on at the 0 or the default. When it's at 0 or max, the game's bugged, so it shouldn't look like the scope shouldn't be as far away from my guy. But either way, we're looking at the speed of how fast that zooms, right? That's max. I can still slowly choose which one I want, right? Which I could go in a little bit, or I can go in a lot. Fast, slow, either way. Now, if you have it on the lowest amount, default, this is the default one, 1.0. That's me trying to go as fast as I can. I have to full scroll wheel up. And that's like trying to, if I want to go, yeah, it takes one full scroll wheel to get to zoom. And that's like I'm trying to go as fast as I can. That's as fast as I can. Right. And then if you're going slow, you got more control. Yeah, but like, why? You're not ever going to want to go in this slow. Ever. Right? There's no point. There is zero reason to have it on half. You crank it to 5. If you want to go slowly, it's super, super easy too. Have it at 5. Next one would be on the discard. These are the biggest keybind changes that you can do that will give you quick improvements. The discard key, take it off of delete, put it on something that you can have it WASD on your fingers, on WASD at all times. I like control spacebar because left control, left click will bring the item into your inventory. If you're let's say you're looting someone and you want to loot these, bring the item into your inventory, right? But then if you want to drop it out of your backpack, control spacebar. It's delete here, but that way whenever you're looting someone, you just have control press down. You can loot the bag, and then if you want to kick something out of your bag, it's control spacebar. Easy to do. The biggest thing is just to take it off of discard, or off of delete rather. The biggest thing is just to take it off delete. You don't need it on delete. It's too far away from WASD, and you're going to be deleting. You're going to be kicking a lot of stuff out of your bag and off a body whenever you're searching. And let's say you roll up on a fight. There's 5v5 and there's a super Chad right in front of you. You're on your scav. You need to quick loot the body, and you're picking it all up, but you need to get a headset off of your scav and put his headset on or his helmet on, and you need to move and discard it. You have your finger on delete, and a guy rounds the corner, and you're fumbling to get back to tab out, and you're dead. You're back in the stash. It's like if you get fluid with it and not have to do WASD, when you hear that guy, you're going to hit tab and you're going to be ready for the fight. Another keybind would be to, here it is, inspect current weapon. So inspect current weapon, set it. It basically is whenever your gun jams, you're going to have it set I have it set to J. I can press J while having WASD still pressed. It's an easy one. But set it something to where you're not going to have to press off WASD, because when your gun jams, it's going to be in the middle of a fight. And there's going to be times where you'll have a chance to get behind cover and unjam it. And when that happens, you're going to want to inspect the current weapon by holding J down, so it's set to continuous, or whatever keybind you want, have it set to continuous on inspect current weapon. And then you're going to go up to check chamber and fix malfunction to release, right? And so what's going to happen is as soon as you get your weapon jammed, you're going to press down your button, whatever this key is. You press that down and hold it. Your guy's going to check the chamber, see what's wrong with the weapon. And then when he puts it back down in regular, it'll like have a little pop up in the bottom right. It'll be like, oh, the gun overheat or whatever. Then you let go of J or whatever your keybind is, and he'll do the second part of it, which is check chamber and fix the malfunction. And so he'll end up fixing it. And that way regardless of what jam type you have, you'll have it fixed. Because on default, these are on 2 different keybinds, and having to find out having to inspect it and then clear it and have it on 2 different keybinds. It's a pain in the ass. Set it up this way. Doesn't matter what this key is, as long as it's close to your WASD. You can have your fingers on WASD while pressing this key at the same time and holding it down, and have this set to release check chamber. And then the inspect current weapon is set to continuous. Easy as that. That's a big one. Then another one could be, I haven't done this because it's habit for 8, 9, and 0 to be my meds. So I just leave it at this. But what you could do is set your, like 4 would be 4 on release, or I'm sorry, on continuous. And then slot 5 Yeah, and then slot 5 would be on release, right? And you'd put this one to 4 as well. And so it takes up 2 slots, but it's 1 button now. And now you have it set to continuous and release. And that way, whenever you go to heal, you would just press that button, and which I guess I could do it on my actual ones. So since I want to have 8 as my heal button, I would have 8 and 9 keybound to 8, and then have 8 on press and the one right below it on release, which should be default on release. So but that'll make it to where you just press 1 button and you'll be able to heal heavy bleeds, light bleeds. The game will prioritize it correctly, and you won't have to worry about keybinding a bunch of different buttons or fumbling through different buttons. There was one more here. Oh yeah, the time one. Oh, actually no, the check fire mode. If you're like me and you swap between fire modes a lot and you want to have switch fire mode or set fire mode to full auto, I took set fire mode to full auto off entirely. I think switch fire mode is better, and you would just make sure it's press. And to do that, because this one originally is like, I think this one's press, and then this one is set to release or whatever. And so whenever you'd press B, it keeps swapping back to full auto. But a lot of times you want to have it set to single fire, and just the going back and forth between the two was a pain whenever I had it set like this. And so I personally took this one off. Let's see, we want switch fire mode. And so we would put that to continuous and then just set it back to whatever you want. So if it's set to the same keybind and you want one deleted, go over here to press type and then move it down to whatever it is below and move back to what you originally wanted it to be. But taking off set fire mode to full auto, and it said that way you could just swap between back and forth. And then the time in raid, instead of check time, take that one off and put it on check time and exits, and put O and just set that to press. Check time and exits. Put that to O and press. And that way you don't have to worry about double tapping O to open up your extracts. It's just 1 button press. You're good to go. In my opinion, those are some of the easiest ones that you could do. The main goal with your keybinds is WASD, and you want to have your fingers on those at all times. If you're having to swap off WASD to press keys that you're going to be pressing all the time, or a lot of, it's just going to up the chance of you dying, being sent back to the lobby, and having to rekit and requeue. Takes up extra time. Just, yeah. Prioritize your keybinds around WASD, but those ones I just mentioned are really the easiest ones and the biggest gameplay changers. Oh, this is a good one. The Thor barter on Peacekeeper. This guy right here. This is the best barter for the Cultist circle. The SAS drive, super cheap, very common item. People find them all the time in filing cabinets. So it's a steady price, like 50 to 55K. And it's a 1-of-1 trade for the Thor armor. You can only do 1 per reset. It is max Peacekeeper, but it's the only thing you need in your Cultist circle. You don't have to worry about adding in anything extra. 50K, you hit that threshold of potentially getting a 6-hour quest item or the 14-hour bonus good items. So best barter you can do. Outside of that, there is the level 3 trade for the access card, and if you craft your access cards, it can be pretty cheap. But that labs access cards, 110K, 115K on average. The G28, you need to sacrifice it with the scope, the full thing, but that'll work. If you don't have level 3 Peacekeeper, one that I like to do early was an MP5. This one, 293. You buy 5 of them. It overall is it's a little on the expensive side, but it also will help get your money spent with Peacekeeper up. And you can even do like 4 of these and then add in something else like a small diary. But that's a good way to get money spent up. But you might not always have the small diary. But I would do the MP5 until you get to level 3, and then you do the G28 until you get to level 4, and then you do the Thor. That way you can just keep the Cultist circle going, because the Cultist circle is really good. You get good items from it, quest items. It's solid to have continuously going. Great websites for helping keep track of your progress in the game and like what items you might need coming up, and what for the hideout or for the quests, and in what order. All of that. The Tarkov fandom page, the Wikipedia page, is going to be your best friend. But then tarkovtracker.org or tarkov.dev. All 3 of those. I like tarkovtracker.org. It helps with, you have to like log in with an email, but you just manually will click like, oh, I have this item, or I have this quest done, and it'll help you keep track of what items you have, what items you need, and it'll tell you which ones are going to be coming up around the corner, so you know which ones are to prioritize. And yeah, makes it as a new player, it's super clutch. Map Genie is a good one too, but you can get all the stuff off Map Genie for free on the Tarkov Wikipedia page, and so that's the Tarkov fandom is solid. XP gain tips. That first sprint in the raid is an important one, but outside of that, if you're just wanting to gain bonus XP, questing is going to be the best thing you can do, followed by headshots on AI or players. Headshot everything you can. Headshots will give you bonus XP, and then killing bosses gives you even more bonus XP, and then transiting will give you even more bonus XP. But that survival is the big thing, because on survival you get the like 3 times XP modifier, and then or not 3 times, but a 30% bonus XP modifier on survival. And then you lose some on death, but they just buffed it up a little bit on how much you lose. It's not as bad. But yeah, basically survival is going to be your biggest thing. So headshot everything you can, bonus XP on that. Survival, bonus XP on that. When you come across a dead body, tap F on it and then keep moving. If it's like a scav that's been killed or a PMC and he might not have that good of gear, or you don't really want to loot the scav, but he's in a relatively safe spot, safe enough for you to tap F on the body for 1 second and then tab out. Don't do it super, super, super fast, because there's a bug in the game where it can kind of glitch you out. But you can still do it pretty fast. Like I haven't had that bug happen in a while. I slowed it down just a tad on how fast I tab in and out whenever I loot a body. But when you come across those dead bodies that are like the scav ones, tap an F, and you'll have that little pop up in the bottom right for XP. And if it's like 100 plus XP outside of SKS scavs, probably has good shit on it. Search the backpack, search the pockets. 100 plus XP, general rule of thumb, worth searching. Once you level up your attention all the way to max, you'll get bonus XP. So when you see me playing on my main, you'll see me tap F on a scav and get like 400 XP. That's because I have that bonus XP going. But general rule of thumb, tap F on scavs, you get bonus XP just from doing that. And it adds up. All those you come across 30 dead scavs, tap F, you get the bonus XP, then the bonus XP for survival. If you transited at all, bonus XP there. Headshots, bonus XP there. All those little things add up quickly. Another thing, whenever you are searching a body, if you wanted to, this gun's over on this body, I'm searching it, I don't want this gun, but I want the XP. Boom, pick it up, send it back. That gives you XP. When you tap F and search a body, that's going to give you search XP. When you pick up a gun or pick up any item, that's giving you attention XP. Max search gives you the option to search 2 things at once. So if you're searching a body, you can search someone's pockets and their backpack at the same time. And then max attention gives you a 50% chance to instantly search something. And then you also doubles your looting XP. And then your search time, or your looting speed rather, increases as you level it up as well. You level attention just by looting stuff, and you level search by searching things. All those things can be done by just passing the scavs and or picking up the guns and stuff. All that little XP adds up majorly. So whenever you're going in and you're doing the XP hunt, there you go. That's it right there. Transits also give a big XP boost. And so another one is the gun jam chance. When your gun's below 93 durability, it has a chance to jam. And so that's where failure to feed chance comes into play. Very high is going to pretty much jam the second it gets below 93. The second goes below 93, high and very high, that shit's going to jam. Medium, you can get through a full mag pretty much, but is also still not uncommon to jam. If you're rocking a gun below 93 and stuff, just shoot for low to very low, like this very low chance. There's a medium. There we go. Low. Like low and very low, I can run those down into like 80 and feel okay. Very low, I could run around to 80 and feel okay. It might jam, but it's not bad. So just keep in mind, if your gun is below 93 and you can't replace it, start rocking the smaller mags, right? If it's below 93 and you're rocking these very high failure to feed chance, that's what you're looking at right here. Failure to feed chance. Guns below 93, that's where that comes into play. Very high, okay, I would not run that mag. Run this mag on a full durability weapon, because you can and very easily will burn from 100 to 93 in one raid. you get in one decent fight and or have to kill boss and some of his guards, it's easy to get down to 93. Suppressors will also burn durability much faster. And so rocking a loud weapon isn't the worst if you have a low durability weapon and you kind of want to get a little bit more life out of it. But the problem with that is that scavs will start coming your way. If you're rocking a loud weapon, you're going to have to shoot more and you're blowing your cover more. And so you're likely to lose the weapon even more. So it's like suppressors, I think, are a must. It's going to burn your durability of your weapon down when it's below 93. Make sure you're keeping an eye on what mags you have. And when you go to repair it with a weapon repair kit. That way you can level up your weapon maintenance skill, right? Reduce whenever you enhance a weapon, which is what you can do with your weapon maintenance skill. It will basically lower the spread of or reduce the spread of your point fire. And so like when we had our flashlight and laser on and I was full autoing, if I have my enhanced weapon, that will be a little bit tighter of a spread. And so as you level it up, that spread gets better or tighter. Another thing when you're moving around Tarkov and you don't know the maps well, is like when you're first starting out, there's just so many maps. And then on top of that, you're having to play on different spawns, and it's a lot. You're learning all this different stuff. So as you're learning those, a general rule of thumb is to try and always know where your closest cover or concealment is, and then you move between them with a purpose, right? If you're more likely to be heard, walk. If you're more likely to be seen, run. General rule of thumb. It's an easy way to put. So basically, you're going to scan to your next hard cover and move to it with purpose. And then on that movement, if you're more likely to be seen, run. If you're more likely to be heard, walk. There's nothing wrong with walking around. It's better to keep your endurance up, especially at a lower, or your stamina up, especially at a low strength and endurance account. If you're running around everywhere, there's going to be a lot of times that you're going to be heard first and then shot, and you're going to be out of stamina and won't be able to get to cover. So keep an eye on that stamina bar. And if you don't know the map well, that's kind of what you want to revert back to. If you're more likely to be heard, walk. If you're more likely to be seen, run. If you're doing Stoic good, that the quest that you have to shoot or have to get the armor below half HP, it's not the Zuck, it's the Zabralo and the Gazelle. I don't think I have either of them. I don't. The quest that you have to get the health below half or 75% on the armors. An easy way to do that solo is to go into customs and stand about like 3 meters or 10 feet away from the explosive red barrels and shoot them with your armor on. Take the plates out. Take the plates out of the armor, stand 3 meters away to 10 feet away from those red explosive barrels and shoot them. There's a lot on customs. They're at Stronghold and they're at New Gas and Dorms and the warehouse with like the PC and mannequin and green screen in it. You can do one raid, you can get it done. You can also insure it and then run into sniper scavs or minefield. You're gonna guaranteed get it back through insurance that way. No one's gonna be able to get that. But that's also kind of that's a time game. You gotta wait a while whenever you do that one, which is a pain. Oh, storage by Big Red, that's another one. Yeah. Yep. Storage lockers by Big Red. There's like 4 or 5 in there. Not 3 meters, 8 to 9 meters. 8 to 9 meters, that's kind of far. I would stand like 2 average dudes away. Oh, another one. Here's a big one for new players. When you are looking to group up, because Tarkov is hard solo, and you're wanting to potentially find someone to game with, you're not looking for love in all the wrong places. You're just looking for a duo. Join a Discord. There's going to be a Discord in the description down below. If you do ! Discord in chat, I'll pull it up. But join the Discord. Streamers' Discords are always the best in my opinion. I know I'm a little biased when I say that, but they're more moderated. The main EFT Discord is popular, but it's also a crapshoot on the quality of teammates you get. I've heard horror stories of the second you have a good raid, you all of a sudden don't have a good raid and you accidentally got team killed, and then your teammate disappears from the Discord call. It's just not. There's too many people, not as heavily moderated. It's easier to find a teammate on those servers sometimes, but the quality is going to be a crapshoot. Find a streamer that you vibe with. Join their Discord. They will have a looking for group section. The community is likely to follow suit. So if you vibe with the streamer, you're likely to vibe with the community. Much easier way to find a group. And then the Tarkov community as a whole is usually pretty helping to newcomers. And so if you hop in the Discord and you're like, hey, I'm new to the game, anyone mind showing me around? I'd wager you'd find a teammate pretty fast. PvP, PvE doesn't really matter. Join a streamer Discord. What you don't do is you don't go in here and you don't look for, he's on my friend's group, but you don't accept random invites from strangers. Let's see if we can get them. You will die. There's no rule against it. Stranger danger is a very real thing. don't accept random invites in the queue. Like if you didn't, he's on my friends list, but if you didn't pre-plan to be invited by that person, don't accept that invite. You will get team killed. There's been many times whenever I go to play with a new player, and they'll be like during community days or something like that. I can specifically remember it was one of our mods, Dillinger, shout out Dillinger. But me and Adam were playing and went to invite him, and he's like, oh, what do you mean? Like, I already accepted. And we're like, no, you didn't. And he's like, yeah, I did. He had accepted a random invite from a different group, and they had queued immediately. Then he wasn't fully paying attention. Now it shows like on the left side the names and everything a little bit more, and he kind of did. I can't remember how it was before. I think it probably still was. You could see the names before, but either way, yeah, he queued with a random group and they killed him immediately. Like it was not uncommon. It's not uncommon. Oh yeah, here's another one. Whenever you go to like lock or just some stash management tips, right? It's funny that I give them because my stash is so messy, but if you want to quick clean your stash, using the sorting table and your locked cases makes it a lot easier, because you can just go into whatever cases you want to fill up and then go to the search function, right? You don't have to worry about the sorting table now, but you open up the cases you want to store into, make sure they're locked. And then this right here, search and locked item contents, just have that not selected, and then item components don't have that selected either. And now you can select through the categories on the left here. That's all the ammo in my stash that I might want to store in here. And then you can just control left click. It helps you speed through storage and yeah, basically make sure that you're not having to like click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. Just left control, left click. And then let's say you wanted a couple magazines, right? You got some magazine cases that are empty. Now buy the magazines. Boom, control left click. Exit out, next one. Control left click. Exit out, next one. Right. Now your magazines are cleared. On to the next one. So we'll go to meds. Search for the cases that have some space. Whatever. Go to the med stack. I have a lot of stems out in the stash. It's fine. But you get the point. Basically, to quick store, have your box locked, and then don't have this box checked, and you can sort through the categories here and control left click to put into your case, and that will help free up space in your stash. And auto sort will help with, that way you can keep your cases locked in place too there. Next one would be if you're going to sell, let's say we want to sell like the wires out of here, 4 wires in that one. Oh, but we got one more wire here. I have people all the time being like, yeah, you could just sell to the flea market out of your junk boxes. Well, if you have, that's fine if you have one junk box or you're super, super organized with it. But if you are like me and you just have a bunch of junk boxes and you store all the different barter items and stuff that can fit in there inside of them, no discrimination, right? It's easier to sell this way because if you go in and you're going to go, I don't know where those wires were, damn it. There's the one. Oh, okay. 3 wires here. You're going to go in and sell them, right? Sort by, you're going to add offer. Add offer, auto select similar. Select the 3. Oh. Just select the 3. But now you want to select the one in here as well. The one in that guy. The 3 previous ones aren't there anymore, right? So you can only post from the one that you have open. But if you were to go into the sort table and your search and you look up wires, make sure you have that checked and that checked. You'll have all your wires pop up there, and you can just shift left click straight into the sorting table, kick it out into the stash. Now you can go in here, have auto select similar, and post it up if you want. Or if you want to go from the stash, only do this with items that don't have a durability on it. But you can just hit the add offer, make sure auto select similar, and then you can click the minimum tab up top. You just click that, it'll auto populate right there and place offer. It's a little faster. It's not always super, super accurate, but it'll get the job done. If it's a durability item like AFAX or something, and you go to add offer, that offer is going to be based off of the lowest durability AFAC, which is a 50 out of 400. Like that's not going to sell nearly as well as your full durability one, right? So if it's a durability thing, don't add offer. But if it's just a stem or something that doesn't have a durability, perfect. Easy way to speed sell. One common one that a lot of people ask is how to spot the difference between a scav and a PMC. As we get different skins for PMCs, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to tell. But a good giveaway a lot of times are elbow pads and or knee pads. PMCs will have elbow pads and knee pads. Scavs a lot of times don't. This scav has a knee pad. But yeah, scav versus PMCs, a lot of times, these pants here are some of the most PMC looking pants that the scavs will have. Pistol holster, that's another one, which again, as we get more skins for PMCs, it's gonna be a little bit harder to tell. But pistol holster, this guy is like the chain there. PMCs have pistol holsters a lot. That's got the... But that's not always going to be like, you're not going to be able to identify that. That's if someone's trying to fool you. So you're more thinking on like, oh, I'm on my scav and I need to tell on quick glance on whether or not it's a PMC or not. So what you're looking for, one, helmets. PMCs almost always going to have a good helmet. They're going to have a military grade looking helmet. It's going to be something like that, right? Scavs, not as likely to have a good helmet. Yeah, at most, the scavs will have like the green penis helmet, you know, something maybe like that, or like that helmet, right? And then the backpack size, another one. Scavs, not as likely to have a big backpack. PMCs, bigger backpack, right? So those two easiest identifiers from far. From distance, it's like, oh, he's got a good helmet on and a good backpack. Keep your eyes peeled. Next one would be the voice line and or positioning of the PMC or scav. The AI scavs, they basically will have either the Russian voice lines or the English voice lines, and if, depending on where you're at, you're going to know what you're going to be encountering, because like raiders, they'll have the English voice lines or Russian voice lines, but I think they're actually English or I'm sorry, USEC or Russian. But the goons, they've got English. The Rashalan guards, they've got a unique voice line. So like you learn the AI's voice lines, and then they also spawn in the same locations. And so if you know if you're going into Stronghold and you hear English voice lines, it's going to be the goons. If it's going to be Rashalan gang, it's going to be Russian. If it's scav, it's going to be Russian. Scavs don't have English voice lines. PMCs can do bears, and they'll have Russian voice lines. And sometimes they'll run around spamming it. The way you tell if they're a PMC or not, because the motherfuckers that are running around spamming English bear or voice lining bear comms, ADHD, Chatterall baby, lab mains, they are sprinting around. You're going to know they're PMC because they're going to be jumping right here. That is a human ability that the AI does not possess yet. Scavs will not be jumping around. Scavs will make a landing sound when they spawn in, but the running and jumping, that's PMC, right? And so try not to land as much if you're trying to not give it away, because when you land jumping, it's very loud. You hear it from like 85 meters out compared to 65 meters of walking or running. You're like a 20 extra meter distance on audio cue from jumping. It's loud. But scavs move in a very A to B motion. It's going to be to this, and then they're going to stop. And then if they want to get over here, they're going to go right. It's not this right here. Right? See the difference in cadence? It was 1 second of walking, then no audio cue, then 3 seconds of walking, then no audio cue, and then 1 second of walking and no audio cue. It's like there was no pattern. It was random. It was sporadic. Scavs are going to be very, I'm walking. I stop. I shuffle. Stop. I walk. Stop. I shuffle. Right? It's a steady pace. It's a steady pace. I'm not sprinting, stopping, sprinting, walk normal, sprint, right? That's PMC. This right here, scav.